Hello. In this video, we're going to look at graphing the following exponential function using transformations. We're going to include and label asymptotes on the graph. The graph of the parent function with the 3 key points is given, and we're going to state the domain and range in interval notation. So the function is y equals negative 1/2 to the x power plus 1. We have several different transformations here. We have a negative out front, and we have a plus 1 there. Everything else is the parent function. So the parent function here is going to be y equals 1/2 to the x power. And notice that we see the parent function graphed here. And it's decreasing because the base is 1/2. It's between 0 and 1. For the 3 key points, we have negative 1, 0, 1 with a 1 right there. We want this number and this number. This number comes from flipping the base because that's a negative right there. The base is 1/2. The reciprocal of 1/2 is 2, or 2 over 1, which just simplifies to 2. Now we're going to look at the plus 1, at the 1 here, which means we keep the base, which means that that is 1/2. Good deal. Now we're going to start working with transformations. So this negative out front is multiplication, which means that that negative is a negative 1 technically. It's outside and it's going to change the y values, but a negative is a reflection, so that negative is a reflection across. Now if the y value changes, that means that the x value stays the same, so it's across the x-axis. So we're going to look at negative 1/2 all to the x power, which gives us a new xy table here. Again, the x's stay the same, so negative 1, 0, 1, and the y's change their sign to negative 2, negative 1, negative 1/2. By the way, notice that that would look something like this. Now for the last one, that plus 1. Now technically it's a plus 1 because it's outside the exponent, so we're going to keep the sign. And it is outside, so we're going to say that that is vertical, and it is a shift. So it's a vertical shift of plus 1. The xy table from the previous one, if it's vertical, that means that the x's stay the same, negative 1, 0, 1. And the y values, we're going to add 1 to all the y values. So negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 1 is 0. And negative 1/2 plus 1 is 1/2. Good deal. And as for the horizontal asymptote, we get y equals 1. The horizontal asymptote will always be whatever's out here. Fantastic. And that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to go ahead and start by graphing a horizontal dotted line for the horizontal asymptote of y equals 1. Then I'm going to plot the 3 key points. Negative 1, negative 1, 0, 0, 1, 1/2. And from those 3, I hope you can see that this function will look something like this. Good deal. By the way, be very careful. Do not cross this horizontal asymptote. That is a brick wall for exponential functions. Awesome. As for the domain and range, the domain is always all real numbers. The range, notice that the horizontal asymptote is actually the largest that we can use. So it's going to be comma 1 at the end. And notice that it's going down towards negative infinity. Therefore, it starts at negative infinity and goes up to 1, excluding the 1. Alrighty. Well, I believe that's it for this particular video. I'm going to go ahead and edit here, and I will see you in the next one. Have fun.